We have two games to bring you tonight. A big one first up. After Lionel Messi's expertise and brilliance for Argentina, Cristiano Ronaldo takes to the field against Portugal. A lot was said about his performance in the first game. Ex-professionals of the likes of Thierry Henry and Zlatan Ibrahimovic putting Ronaldo down for his performance and potential selfishness. And we covered it and spoke about the fact that Ronaldo has been written off multiple times in his career, but he really does need to bounce back. Now in his 40s, he needs to prove that he is still of the quality to lead the line for this Portugal team that many have favored to go deep into the competition if not win it. But the teams are now in. They of course face up against Uzbekistan off the back of an extremely disappointing draw against the Democratic Republic of Congo. Let's first go through this Portugal squad. Costa in goal as expected. Now the back line is similar with Nuno Mendes and Cancelo as the wing-backs, but Ruben Dias of Manchester City comes into the central defense with Vega as well already there. And then two of the best midfielders in the world in Neves and Vitinha. Of course both play for PSG. Both won the Champions League for 2 years in a row. And then we look towards the front line. Ronaldo of course leading that line. Bruno Fernandes in behind. I think that will be a vital part of this game for Portugal is how those two can link up. Fernandes off the back of an unbelievable season for Manchester United. Ronaldo of course won the league with Saudi, his first Saudi Pro League title. But the quality of opposition is much weaker. So for him coming into a tournament, he hasn't been playing the caliber of the teams that he will face in the knockout stages. But, snorts, still something to prove for him. As well, Felix comes in as well also playing with Cristiano Ronaldo at Al Nassr. And then Pedro Neto on the wing. I like this Portugal team. They have so much talent and so much talent that could come off the bench as well. You look at Rafael Leao, you look at Bernardo Silva, Goncalo Ramos who can come into attack, who potentially if Ronaldo doesn't perform might replace him as we saw in the previous edition. Now, I want to talk about Uzbekistan as well. Of course, a lot of unknown players for fans of European football. But, some key names in there. Kucherov of course who plays at Man City. A player partner with Ruben Dias. So, those two know each other well. I will say Uzbekistan are playing a 3 at the back as well potentially to nullify the pace from Portugal. We know they have so much pace with Pedro Neto which can stretch defenses. As can Rafael Leao if he comes on. Rafael Leao, sorry. And another player that I wanted to bring into this lineup is Shamirodov who has played in Europe as well. He has scored goals and played well at different clubs. And so, he is someone to keep an eye on. And let's just go through the full lineup though while we're here. Nemitov in goal. Then Kucherov as I've mentioned, Abdelev, Uranov, Kamdimov, and then we have Nazraliyev as a left wing left midfielder potentially left back when they go to a back 5. Shukurov and Kamrobekov in midfield with Bakruz Karamov on the right. And then we have Ganiv, Fazilov, and Shamirodov who I've mentioned already. So, on paper again this should be a simple win for Portugal. We would have said that with the outcome though as well though. A quick look at how the group is shaping up. Of course, this is Group K. And we have Colombia on 3 points. For Portugal, if they do not get a win in this game, there is a serious chance that they can't make it through this group. Now, if they can get a draw, that's 2 points on the board, and then they have their hardest game of this group against Colombia coming up. But really, if Portugal are serious about winning this tournament, they need to beat Uzbekistan, probably the weakest team in this group. But Ronaldo is the big talking point. He has a point to prove. He has doubters to prove wrong, and of course, he has supporters who will be watching his every step, every kick, every touch, and who will want him to be putting the ball in the back of the net, and being part probably of more of a team effort as opposed to an individual. That's been pointed out by the pros, by the experts, by the analysts, but the fans will be watching every single second. Make sure you tune into every game that we cover here on First Post, and we'll bring you, of course, some post-match reactions. And we'll see if Cristiano Ronaldo can keep up with Lionel Messi and get back on the scoring charts.